And one time I was interviewing somebody and recorded something extremely personal because we didn't think we were live streaming, and then we were, and so I had to go back and
Oh my God.
I had to erase the original. Well, anyway, it was ridiculous. So here we are, and I have no idea what I'm doing.
Is this live? It's live.
Yeah.
It's live. Oh, I see it.
Yep.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So
hi, we're live.
We're live. We have no idea what we're doing.
Totally.
Where
no
are
idea.
the rest of us? I know that I feel like Derek and Jason are dealing with chicken water.
Chicken water nipples. There was something about
something
nipples.
about the nipples on the chicken system.
What is this new system that has nipples?
It's a
why?
it's a heated water system, but I had no idea that it had nipples. I mean,
okay.
I have nipples.
Chicken. Well, I know,
Yeah.
but you're not. We're not trying to get the chickens
Can you
drink
milk
water out of you.
Right. That's true.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
anyway.
true. Anyway, what we are doing is we are in a completely inept way, as far as I can tell, and that's all. That is all on me. Is that we are hosting our first and hopefully one of many auctions of esoteric things. And if you go to our event page, which is linked on the information right below this live stream that you're watching, you can join that event page to bid, or you can join it to just watch us make complete fools out of ourselves in the process. But in the process, we have some really amazing things. And in a minute, I'm going to start screen sharing that, but go to that event page. It's linked below. Join the event and make some bids, because here's the deal. Every winter, we kind of run out of money because our heat bills are very high. It's expensive, unfortunately, to heat this place, even though we've over the last 3 years we've done incredible improvements in making it heatable. It's still ridiculous. All kinds of other things happen that are ridiculous in the winter. People come and go. It's dogs and cats living together. And so anyway, every year we find a way to raise money. And this year we're selling stuff because, as we talked about the other day, we have amazing shit here, like that has just serendipitously either landed here, or people send stuff to us, which is amazing stuff, or we inherited it from all of the people that lived here before,
including from the previous owner of the place, who had I don't know.
We don't because we're live and we don't want to, like.
He had odd tastes. That's all I want to say.
Anyway, but the rest of us, to be fair, have odd tastes too. And so one of the things, this is something we inherited, and really one of the centerpieces of this year's esoteric auction is that we are trying to get rid of this game. And
please God,
what we're going to do is, and if you get on the site, you can see that we're doing this. What we're going to do is we're going to let you bid to determine what happens to this game, and we will ship it to you, and you can do what you want with it. You can ironically play it, you can destroy it symbolically, burn it, whatever, or you can bid to have us do that, or you can also bid to, if you win the bid, we will also, if you want, we'll play the game ironically ourselves and just mercilessly.
How much would they have to bid to get us to play the game unironically?
And for a price.
What's our price, Matt?
We will play the game unironically.
If you send us $250, we will try to play this game with a straight face.
If you send us $250, we will play this game and the whole time be like, man, this Trump guy really knows how to succeed. And really, this is about success.
There's this tagline on here. You probably can't read it because I don't know what I'm doing with this, but it says, it takes brains to make millions. It takes Trump to make billions. That's what it actually says on the box. So, there you go. You're better at this than I am. So $250, we'll do our damnedest to play it unironically.
But for starting at $6, but for starting at $6, we'll do what you bid us to do. We will do your bidding, literally do your bidding with this okay. Game.
So that's one item that we've got here.
What else do we have here? I can also just start screen sharing.
Well, there are here. We can pass me the pottery at the total other end of the spectrum,
which we don't have the post up though for the pottery yet.
So we want to do a shout out to my mom, Kay Howard, is an amazing potter, and so we have two of, everything's backwards from where I think it's. We have two of these ceramic plaques that hang out. There's one
the lighting sucks
maple
too.
And one oak leaf, and we're gonna do them as a set. And so we're gonna have those up for auction. They're beautiful. They're sturdy, so they're nice and got some heft to them. And they've got wall hangers. I'm gonna have to really figure out how to do this. There's little wall hangers on the back, so they go on the wall. So there's a set of those, and then also
it looks like the original asking price was $40
each.
Each.
So it's an $80 value. We will not start the bidding that high. But they're gorgeous and beautiful, and
they're wonderful.
And then there's also a set of 5 of these guys. So these are just sushi
put it in the
plates.
Center of the center.
And they're lovely. They've got this like imprinted kind of shell pattern in them, and they also have little chopstick rests on them. And there's a set of 5 of these, and they're kind of, I don't know if the color's coming through very well, but they're sort of like a gray, a little bit of like blue green background. Anyway, they're gorgeous.
If you see something that we haven't put up on the event page yet, if there's something you want to bid on that we haven't put up on the event page yet, you can also you can post to the event page if you are an attendee to the event, and you can say that, because I'm about to go get something else. And if you want, while I do that, you can also, you can finish talking about that, or you can tell them about.
We can tell them about the special bonus book thing.
Yeah,
okay.
That's for the person with the most bids. You don't even have to win like your bids if you have the most bids, but I need to go, I want to go get the clock.
Oh, the clock. Okay, cool.
So
I guess I'm going to talk for a sec about this bonus prize. So if you here in our sophisticated studio,
we do the best
we do the best studio. So if you are the person who makes the largest number of bids, it doesn't have to be the largest amount of money that you attempted to throw at us, but if you say you make 7 bids and the next largest number was 6, so you'll get, we'll just send it to you. You don't even have to win anything. A 3 set, so my new book, the Cooperative Culture Handbook, my 2017 book, Together Resilient, Building Community in the Age of Climate Disruption, and my 1996 chapbook that is poems and short fiction from 1992 to 1996. And so, which is like, there's only a few copies of this floating around in the world. Chewy dog. So one of the dogs just came in here. So if you are the person who does the most prolific bidding, you will get that set of 3 books sent to you, regardless of whether you actually win anything or not. And here comes Matt.
I figured out what we are.
What are we?
We're the Commie Home Shopping Club.
We are this week. For the next 4 days, that is what we are.
We are.
So there's the game, there's ceramic stuff, and that are lovely and beautiful. Here comes Matt. There's the book bonus.
I am not for sale. That is not true. I am absolutely for sale.
Oh.
I'm everything can be negotiated.
Are you for rent? Okay, what have we got here? Oh, is that like a lamp?
That is a lamp.
What? Okay.
It looks to me
Does it,
like a wick,
do we
right?
know if it works? We think it works. We don't know if
We
it
think
works.
it works.
We think it works. Okay. It's like
It's
lovely and quirky.
gotta be
Whether it works or
50
not.
years old. Yeah.
Probably more than that. It looks like it's tin.
Yep.
Oh yeah, nice. Okay, cool.
We'll have pictures
Very
of
cool.
this up over the weekend as well. So this is an authentic lamp that you can bid on. And then I will probably bid on this unless you beat me to it. But man,
There you go.
the lighting. I'm
Lighting.
sorry.
Here,
I don't know.
If I lean in, I'll
I
stop
don't
looking like
know
I have a halo.
what the fuck I'm doing. So this is a beautiful. Is this brass?
It's heavy. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it is. I think it is.
This is a. Am I even doing it? Yeah. There we go.
So it gives you the time in all. It's got a dial on it.
This is a time zone.
It's
a time zone clock.
thing.
A time zone clock.
Super cool. Get into a bidding war with Matt for this, and you may end up with my books.
Yeah.
That's the tactic we're going to take with that. But
Exactly.
it's super cool.
Yeah, and it's got like the up here is it's got CHI for Chicago and DEN for Denver and LA and Honolulu and Auckland, Sydney, Tokyo, Hong Kong, and so on and so on. It's
Cool.
really nice.
Got all the time
Yeah.
zones.
And it's about the size of a computer mouse. You would put it on your desk. The reason that I'm going to bid on this is that I have clients all over the world, as it were. It's not as glamorous as it sounds, but
Cool.
it's good to know those things. For example, not too many people know that India is actually a half hour
yeah.
removed from like China time or something like that, and the half hour thing is really weird. It's always really weird.
I love it. When I was in India and was living in Albuquerque and was in India for a while, it was 11 and a half hours off. So it was always like, am I half an hour early or am I half an hour late? So this will help. Is India on there?
I am looking
to see if it's on there.
To see if it is. It might not be.
Might not be.
But there are.
It won't help you with India, but it will help you with everywhere else.
This is really an amazing.
It's very cool.
It's very cool. An amazing piece. So I'm gonna screen share.
Because we have pictures up for some other stuff, right?
Yeah. Let me make sure that I'm on the event.
I wonder if the live stream is only on the event page.
Well, that's the thing. There is a live stream on the event page that was supposed to happen. And instead, I think we're simultaneously live streaming on our other page. And I guess what I'm trying to say is that I don't know what exactly I'm doing. But what I want to do is I want to show our.
So are you screen sharing?
I'm trying to screen share there we go. It's on the discussion. So if you go to the discussion, that's where all our bids are. We don't know what we're doing, but
we're laughing about it. So
there's
cool.
our.
Okay, so
there we are. Our live video is on there.
Okay, and there have been 4 people watching at some point.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I want to start with Shakespeare. So I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna do a screen share from the Zoom because I know what I'm doing.
From Zoom.
I totally know what I'm doing.
Okay. Shakespeare.
And
look at all that.
So we've got Shakespeare, and the deal with this is that the picture, the book in the left-hand corner is giant. It's giant. Do you want to go get it? People should see this book, and I want to open it too because it's the illustrated one. So we've got this large illustrated one.
Okay.
We've got this
It is
large illustrated one, which
ginormous.
I'll have to.
It's ginormous, and it's got the gilding.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, you can see that nice. Oh, except we're screen sharing.
Except
so
that we're
probably
screen
can't see
sharing.
it.
So I'm going to stop the screen share temporarily.
Okay.
And then
Look at this ginormous, beautiful book, and it's got the there we go.
yeah,
The gilding and the little ribbon.
it's in a really brilliant condition. There's some cleanable scuff on the front, but it's otherwise it's like mint condition.
What?
The inner cover is trippy.
It's like a Rorschach blot.
And it's illustrated just with these beautiful illustrations. So beautiful. And it's giant. It's bigger than my head. I mean, it's just huge. And we're starting the bidding on both of these books. And so the other one, which I'll go back to the picture now, and the other one is small and compact, but also just beautiful. What do you call the stuff on the cover of that?
You mean on the like the gold on the edging?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm calling it gilding. I'm sure there's somebody should tell us the fancy name for it.
Anyway, so bidding for both of those books starts at $5, which is a bargain basement. I mean, you know, that you'd pay $100 for that. And whoever is the highest bidder gets this Shakespeare game that I bought from someone's moving sale and have never used. It includes a 52-page booklet with synopsis of all plays, plus chess pieces, playing board, quotation cards, dice, and simplified instructions for 4 versions of the game.
This is so perfect. So it's got the 52-page booklet with the synopsis of all the plays. So you can buy the books and this, you can get the whole thing. You can read the synopsis, and then you can just have these books laying around your house, and you can very intelligently sound like you've read those entire fat things because you've read the booklet. So I think you actually get like several IQ points out of getting this as well, because you're going to sound so smart when you're done with it.
I could not have pitched that better. Anyway, so that's the Shakespeare books. You can get the bidding on both starts at $5, which for the big one in particular is outstanding, but the small one is equally beautiful, brilliantly bound, like new, in really good condition. And then whoever the highest bidder is will win the game as well. We'll throw in the game. And then, so we're screen sharing still, and I'm going to go down. And I don't like the new Facebook, even though it's not really the new one anymore. There's Jana's books.
And again, you don't have to win a bid for that. Oh, there's the hammock. Here, pass me the actual hammock here. I'm going to go back here.
Okay.
Here, pass it over to me there.
Okay.
And are you screen sharing, or can people see?
I am screen sharing, but I will stop screen sharing.
Stop.
And then we're gonna, and then I think we'll probably get off your all's back after we do this, and we'll talk about some other stuff. But
okay, so this is a hammock swing. So yeah, duck, it's coming over your head. So this is the hammock swing. So you sit in this part, and then it hangs. Okay, I hope I'm not going to bang you on the head with this. Then it hangs like this from like your porch or like your bedroom ceiling or wherever it is that you want to put the hammock swing. And these
it's never been used.
These retail, they're made by Twin Oaks Community in Virginia. And this one has never been used. And I think that they're currently retailing at like $225 or something. So, and we're starting the bidding for this at 20. Is that what we said?
I think 25. Yeah.
25. Starting the bidding at 25
plus shipping.
But if you're local, you could just come pick it up from us and not have to pay the shipping. So it's a super deal right now, and they're beautiful, they're sturdy, they're awesome.
Yeah. Just beautifully made.
Yeah.
And again, so what we've shown you, and we'll quickly run through the rest of the stuff here, is but a small sample of all of the things that we have for sale. We're not really even going to have time to put everything up, but we will be putting more stuff up throughout the weekend, and we'll keep the event going. It'll be a rolling event. We've got the former president game, which we will do with what you tell us to do. Now, this is great. I did want to talk about this. So this is a near new condition illustrated Sherlock Holmes that is the original stories that were in the Strand. So initially, Arthur Conan Doyle published all of these short stories, starting with the Red-Headed League, I believe, and ending with Holmes falling over the falls when fighting Moriarty, falling with Moriarty over the falls, I believe. If I'm wrong about that, then please correct me.
You should get the book so you can correct.
And so anyway, so it's also got the original illustrations, which are there's a sample of that on the cover, right? So those were the original illustrations of the very first rendition of Sherlock Holmes, and so it's the reason why everyone does Sherlock Holmes that way. That's the reason Sherlock Holmes looks as he looks. Watson, a guy with a mustache, and then Moriarty and all of these characters, they're showing up and looking like they do in these original illustrations. Turn of the century, very, very classic stuff. And then we've got these hand-painted figurines that are not necessarily Sherlock Holmes characters, but they're Victorian. They're very much in the tradition. They're kind of Dickinsonian in a way, or not Dickinsonian, Dickensian. They're like Charles Dickens characters, and we'll throw those in as well.
And they're they're sort of that like fabulous and awful simultaneously.
There's that sort of caricature look that was very much part of the art of the time, and you can paint those as well. You can repaint them. There's a couple of different places where you can do that, but they are yours if you buy the original Sherlock Holmes book, which again, bidding starts at $5. These are really good prices for these things if you're collectors or if you just want stuff. And then I think I put up, that might have been the very first thing that I put up. And we also have some other details. We'll use the cheapest shipping method available for every item. We'll show you the receipt once we ship it. You can add it to the total. Every item's price also will say, their bid price will say plus shipping. And of course, if you're local, then you can come and pick it up. And the highest bidder, or not the highest bidder, the highest number of bids, even if you don't win the bids, will win copies of, complimentary copies of these 3 books by Jan.
Cool. All right. So the bidding is up until 10 a.m. Mountain Time on Monday morning, and we will be live streaming during the last hour, right?
Yeah.
So so you can join us.
Assuming that people bid, assuming there's bids, assuming there's stuff to talk about.
Well, of course there's going to be.
Then we will be on. Well, I mean, I'm hedging my bet because I have incompetently handled pretty much every facet of this operation.
Help Matt feel better and bid so that he knows it's working.
So a couple of other things, because obviously we're not ashamed to ask for money. What do we do with that money? Well, we for 3 years now have made this a collective space and a collaborative space for political work and education in anti-capitalist and anti-oppression work. We maintain a library, we maintain meeting spaces, we do a podcast where we cover all facets of politics and culture of the left and of all of those who are making a better world. We provide space for weary travelers who are part of various activist networks. We practice a number of cultural practices and teach a number of cultural practices about cooperation. We do all of those things. If you're watching this, you probably know a lot of the stuff that we do. And we ask for money every year in the wintertime because we run out. And if you want to help us without participating in this strange emporium of the unusual, then I don't know why you would pass up on any of these wonderful deals. But you can also just go to patreon.com/solidarityhouse. That's where you become a subscriber and support the fact that we continue to make all of this material and all of this space available to people for free. The
only other thing I would add that we do is that we've heard from so many people in Wyoming that simply the fact that we exist has changed what they think is possible in this state. And so I think in some ways, the most important thing that we do is that we provide hope for people that things can change and that things can be better. So
yeah,
yes. So solidarity and hope and love, and come have fun with us this weekend and bid on some stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We'll be popping up on various social media nodes throughout the weekend, promoting the stuff, continuing to put stuff up. If you, at this point, if you've been watching and listening and want to make a bid or want to make a bid on stuff that you don't see up on the discussion yet, because we haven't put everything up yet, then please just message us or post. You can post on the event site itself. As a guest of the event, you can post on the event site. So if you want to do that. And and we've got some cool stuff coming up in the next several days. We have more interviews that we're going to have on the live stream. We've got stuff coming up on the podcast. We have part 2 of the discussion on settlers, which is Jay Sakai's book, Settlers, The Mythology of the White Proletariat. We did a live stream of part 2 of that discussion. We're going to add that to our podcasts. Yesterday, I interviewed Brianna Lee, who is part of the anti-Line 3 or the Stop Line 3 expansion movement. She was in Minneapolis when we talked. We've got, it seems like there was a couple of other interviews that we have coming up. We've got some great interviews coming up, and we're working on a story about Wyoming politicians opportunistically latching onto the fabrications about the Texas power grid. And so obviously what happened was, our friends in Texas are suffering greatly under the weight of capitalist infrastructure and winter disaster. A couple of opportunistic Texan anti-Green New Deal, anti-renewable people said, well, this proves that, it's all the windmills' fault. It's all the wind turbines' fault. And then a bunch of lunkheads in Wyoming who obviously want to do everything they can to discourage renewable energy because they have no imagination, also came on and they were like, we're going to introduce some bills in this year's legislature to hurt renewables because look at what's happening in Texas. And of course, everybody was wrong. And so we're going to be covering how wrong they were and sort of how gullible Wyoming conservatives are on this issue. Anything that impugns renewable energy in any way they can, regardless of the facts, regardless of the science, regardless of the economics.
It's the Green New Deal, which has never been passed or implemented.
Right.
So
no, this is all
puzzle it out with us.
This is all AOC's fault somehow. Right. And so we will puzzle it out with you. We have one of our comrades, Derek, working on a cracked story about this. And so we're going to be talking about that. And so, we're at patreon.com/solidarityhouse. We are on Podbean. We are on Spotify. We are on Apple. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us on Instagram, all Solidarity House Cooperative. And yeah, we'll be waving at you from the auction through the weekend. Make some bids, help us out, keep us in business, and we will see you Monday. I'm just noticing that this is the first good hair day
It's a really
that
good hair
I've
day,
had
Matt. It's a really
that
good
I've
hair day.
had for
This
eons.
is why all those people who said you should grow it out, this is why they were right.
This is
because it
the
does this
yeah.
when it
Well,
gets grown out. It's
all right.
lovely.
We're out. We'll see you later.
See
Thanks
Matt's
for
hair
watching.
again on Monday morning.
The hair is not for sale. It might be for sale.
You would shave your head and style your hair.
Oh,
You would
absolutely.
totally do that.
I will shave my head for $10. Literally $10.
No, bid it up, bid it up.
Well, you
Starting
can
at 10.
starting at 10. I'll put it. We'll put it on. Head shaving. I don't know why you would want me to do that, but anyway,
I mean, I don't, but
we'll-
you know, we need the money. So.
we'll